That was the day I came out as trans.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
And that was my first wig. Isn't that crazy? It was $60. Literally, there were like two people that knew that I like wanted to be like a girl when I like wasn't a girl, I guess. Like on the outside, I like always was internally, but literally all throughout high school, I was like, can we just get blackout drunk and like accidentally chop it off and say that I had a vagina before? But clearly that's just not how it's done. I remember the moment that I really like, it clicked. It was kind of like starting to become a struggle for me every day. I was like, what's like so different about me? Like, I really just don't understand what is going on. Like, do I talk to my mom about it? Like, what do I do? And so then I remember being, I think I was probably 12, and it was over the summer, and an episode of I Am Jazz came on, and it was about this like girl who was transgender, and she was like 14, like super young, and she started transitioning when she was like 6. And so it was this huge like controversial thing. And so to me, I was like, okay, it's possible. People do it at any age. As I got older and I reached ages like 15, 16, 17, and I saw like my friends going to prom in dresses, and I was like literally wearing a tux, which if you guys can imagine me in a tux, it's just not a pretty sight, and it was never who I was, so it just felt so wrong, and I was like, okay, this has got to stop. Getting a vagina and not having one for 21 years of my entire life is such an insane concept to even grasp the fact that I did it. Because a lot of trans people don't do it because of so many reasons, whether they don't think it'll make them more of a woman, whether the pain, whether you can lose feeling. Like literally there's so many risks, obviously, to just like getting like one of your organs chopped and diced and sliced. But for me, it was like, I don't care, literally if I lose feeling, I don't care if something goes wrong. To me, having a vagina is so much better than just like not having one. That was like kind of the last step of my checklist to be like, okay, bitch, you're done with your checklist. You're who you've always wanted to be. You're good to go. I have since lost my vagina virginity. I have had sex. I'm a virgin again, what? But no, it was perfect. And I could like feel everything just as I could like beforehand. Like it was, if not better experience than when I was like a boy or like before surgery. To some, I'm more of a woman. To some, I've always been a woman. And to some, I'm still a man. People can say whatever they want. But even after fully getting a vagina and not having one my entire life, obviously, just like anybody else, I still have my insecurities and stuff like that. But to anybody out there who thinks that you need a specific surgery, or in my case, a vagina, to be a woman, you don't, because literally if you're identifying as a woman, if you're transitioning, you are like who you are, and that's just that. You just always have to remember to hold yourself high and realize that the people who are not confident with themselves and must be so insecure enough to like try and bash other people should be enough to make you feel more confident and realize that you are that bitch. I've always doubted myself, I feel like in so many ways, but especially in like the modeling industry because it's so competitive, you know, and especially me being trans and like, I don't know, just more modeling experience. I always just doubted myself, but you should never doubt yourself in any way, shape or form because like, look at me now, I'm literally here modeling for Dolls Kill, so it's so crazy and such a full circle moment. Modeling for Dolls Kill is such an empowering, like beautiful thing, like seeing myself just transform into like so many different like moods and like clothes and stuff. It's just, that's my fantasy, bitch. If I were to look back and give little boy living in Iowa, Lila, who obviously was not Lila at the time, any advice, it would honestly be to just like have patience and put out positivity and trust the universe. But if you really just realize that there's so many other opportunities out there and so many people going through the same things as you, and that people are there to help you, and that you don't need your parents, you don't need bunches of money, you don't need like support from anybody other than you and the love that you have for you, and you will literally prosper and bloom and thrive. And I wish I would have known that, because little boy me would literally like sit and cry because the nearest place to get on hormones was like an hour away. And then I looked up how much surgeries were, but it's like, there's always fucking hope, and as like, just be patient and everything will come together.